Before you can start developing your ideal morning routine, you have to start first by understanding your why. What's your why? Many times we start things out of desperation or heat of the moment, or because we just saw that video on TikTok or on Instagram that gave us that dopamine hit of feeling good about ourselves, that tomorrow is gonna be the first day of the rest of our lives and we're gonna do this, and I'm gonna wake up tomorrow, I'm gonna go to the gym and exercise and journal and read and do yoga and this and that. When we go to bed and we wake up the next day, that's no longer there and you're hit back with reality. And the more times, the often you continue to repeat this cycle and not take action, the more it'll be harder for you to get out of that habit of seeing something just to feel you're comfortable, you feel confident about feeling good about yourself, but you're not actually implementing practical steps to accomplish the goals and become the person you want to become. And that is why the why is so important. In order for you to have a straight and narrow, in order for you to get over those tough times, they will come. There will be times where you're gonna be tested. There's gonna be times where you're going to start doubting or hesitating or even, second guessing, why am I starting or why do I want to accomplish this? Because the pain is temporary. So you need to be able to get through that hump. And in order to get through that hump or that pain or that temporary hard time, the why is so important. And the why gives you purpose. The why gives you vision. And when you have a vision and you have direction, you know where you're going. So you already commit to yourself that no matter what comes on your way, you have a vision of what you want to accomplish. And that'll help you push through that small moment of uncomfortable or hard time. And you'll eventually see that throughout our journey in life, there will be hard times or there will be checkpoints that will test how bad you actually or how bad you really want that thing that you said and committed yourself to doing at the beginning. Taking time to understand your why should be your first priority to developing an ideal morning routine. And the reason for it is because you got to understand the reason why you're doing something. Are you doing this because you want validation from others? Are you doing this because you genuinely want it, or you want it because others are doing it and you want what they have? You got to go to the root of why you want something. And is it something that you want? Is it something that you need? And try to distinguish your wants and needs. And once you have that figured out, then you'll be able to align everything to your purpose, which is your why. Once we have our why figured out and you know why you're doing something or why you want to accomplish something, we're going to step 2, which will be to figure out what are your non-negotiables. In this case, you want to have your ideal morning routine. So in order to have your ideal morning routine, what are things that have worked for you in the past that you want to continue implementing to your morning routine? Do a list, write down what your non-negotiables are. Those could be exercising in the morning. Those could be reading the Bible or reading books or journaling or hydrating or showering. Figure out what the non-negotiables are for you, because then you can build a routine that aligns with those non-negotiables that will help better you every single day. Once you understand your why, once you already have your non-negotiables, then you start implementing the micro habits that we were talking about. In order for you to accomplish the goals, which goals will be the macro, habits are the micro. So habits will be the small incremental pieces and aspects that you do on a daily basis that will help you reach the goals. So those habits could be reading. If you'd like to read more because you want to become knowledgeable on different topics, reading could be a nice habit that you can incorporate in that morning routine. Journaling, if you have been dealing with depression, if you have been dealing with anxiety, if you recently dealt with a breakup or a loss of a family member or friend, journaling is going to help take all those thoughts from your head and giving you an outside perspective. Once you write them down, then you're taking all those minds and putting them on that paper, and that'll help you process those. And the more that you continue to do that and feel comfortable, the more good you'll feel about yourself, because you're actually being vulnerable and acknowledging everything that has been a trauma in your life and how you can use your trauma to benefit you in the future. First thing to build your ideal morning routine, understanding your why. Next thing will be, what are your non-negotiable or things that you need in that morning routine to be able to function throughout the rest of the day. The third one will be habits. What habits are you incorporating to become the person that you want to become? Or in this case, to build the life of your dreams and become the person that you want to be in the present, because we often think about the future, or I want to become this person in the future, that we sort of distant the future and the present and don't understand that the future starts now, starts in the present. If you want to become someone, you have to start acting as someone. And I know even for me, it's hard to sometimes process that thought of, if you want to become someone, or if you want to become a better person, start acting as that person now, and you'll continue to get better, and eventually you'll be that person, or you'll accomplish that you practice every single day. Once you have those habits in place, then you start going into structure. Now, structure and organization, for me, I enjoy being very organized and attention to detail, and I'm not perfect. There are times where my life is a mess, but at the end of the day, I end up sitting down one day and organizing everything, and organizing my schedule, organizing my routines, just so I make sure that I don't overwhelm myself and I don't feel like I'm a loose cannon going everywhere and I'm not focused. Because when you're a loose cannon and you get overwhelmed with, oh, what should I do? Or I want to do this, but I want to do that, you don't have that why, you don't have those non-negotiables, you don't have those habits, and you don't have that routine in place that is practical steps every single day for you to reach that goal. Once you have all those 4 or 5, your why, your non-negotiables, your habits, and your structure or routine, which is the implementation of those previous aspects, then comes the action. It's putting these in place every single day and every single week. And I think I mentioned on previous videos, you don't necessarily have to put 10 habits on your first day, or when you're first starting your morning routine. You can start implementing 1 or 2. Try those for a week or 2. See how you're doing. See if you feel comfortable. See if they become a habit and a routine for you. Then you can assess, do I want to continue with these habits? Are they helping me? Are they not helping me? And then you can start implementing 2 weeks from now, 2 more habits. Or assess, this habit, I don't like reading, I like more journaling, or I like more podcasts. So you can start mix and matching, but you're practically getting yourself better, and you're self-assessing what works best for you. And that's a huge key aspect of ideal morning routines, is constantly evolving them. You're not gonna have a blueprint or a recipe that'll fit every single day, or that'll fit your schedule, because sometimes things come up that you have to adapt, especially with our lives going on. You have work, you have family to attend to, or you have your own personal needs and wants that you want to accomplish, or you have in your personal life. That one of the things that I would say that you should implement in a morning routine is adaptability. Be able to adapt if anything comes your way that you might need to adjust, either what time you're waking up early, or if today, instead of journaling, I feel like I want to listen to music, and then you can start adjusting accordingly, but still being practical with that adjustment to continue to get better. And once you implement those steps on a day-to-day basis, it may seem as if you're nothing. There's going to be days where you're going to start debating on, I don't feel like I haven't changed. But it's because you're in the process of changing. So when you're in the process of changing, you don't acknowledge the change because you're living it. Eventually you start noticing people say, oh, you look different, or oh, you feel different. Your aura, your attitude, your body language feels different. The way that you convey yourself, the way that you talk with people, the way that you carry yourself, it's different. And that's when you start getting that outside perspective or reassurance that the things that you are doing are actually paying off. That'll give you that confidence of, yeah, I'm doing things the right way, and now I have to continue to do that at a high level every single day. And one thing that I would say for your ideal morning routine as well is that good things, or things that are worthwhile, take time. Things that come fast might be temporary fixes, might be things that at the moment you feel good about yourself. It's not something that'll last long term. That's why it's important to have patience and have a purpose, because when you have a purpose, you understand that you're in it for the long run. You know that probably it's not gonna be accomplished tomorrow, it's probably not gonna be accomplished in a week, but you're committed to that process. Like, for example, when I started this YouTube channel last year in November, I knew that my goal was to reach, before getting 1,000 subscribers, before getting 4,000 watch hours, my goal was just to reach 10 subscribers, 20 subscribers. My goal was to put a first video, a welcome to my YouTube channel video, for people to know me. Then was to do another video. Then it was to try and do Vlogmas and vlog every single day. Then it was to do a morning routine. Then it was to do a video with music in the background, with constant things that will help me evolve as a person and will challenge myself. And throughout the process, I continue to get better and challenge myself. And that is everything that I think will be helpful for you in your ideal morning routine. Understanding your why, establishing your non-negotiables, creating or building habits and implementing those, setting a routine or a structure for your morning routine, and then taking action on that routine. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to give it a big thumbs up and support this channel. I'm excited to give this value and give videos like this where we can sit down and talk about things that are going to be beneficial for both of us, and that a long, far overdue. In the next couple months and years, we're gonna look back at this moment and see how much we've grown from this and how much we can get better every single day. And also comment down below if there's something that you recommend, or if there's something that you think I missed on this video that should be a part of everyone's ideal morning routine. Comment down below and I'll make sure to comment or interact with all of your comments and reply to all your comments as I do for all of my videos. Hope you enjoy this video. Once again, it's your boy Jonathan in the mix. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.